Hey everyone, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you an advice that I give to one of my students regarding one of their shot, right? How to track efficiently arc and why it's so important in certain shots that arc are really perfect and done in a crystal clear ways, all right? And also for context, guys, usually when I do the lesson with my private students, it's a full hour. So in some cases, there are pauses that need to be adjusted, timing that need to be fixed, but because here there is a bit of slow motion that we didn't want. So we're gonna speed up this section. But for the purpose of this video for my channel, I'm gonna focus mostly on the arc. Now, normally for a movement like this, I will start obviously with the arc from the COG, right? And as you can see, it's not as clean as supposed to be, and there are moments where I can definitely start it to improve it a little bit more. Here, for example, I wanted to have a little bit more of a higher arc here, right? And see if I can find a way to make this a little bit better in terms of trajectory, all right? You see here, for example, look like it's kind of snapping up, and I want to make sure that this is not going too much through to the ground, right? So we want to adjust this kind of stuff. But one of the things I always said, when you do these kind of things, don't just focus on the camera view. So it's important it looks good from the camera view, but later on we're gonna take a look at the top view as well, okay? Because it's doing this very wide arc. I want to make sure this looks as good as possible, okay? As you can see here, the character was kind of floating a little bit, you know. And I know right now the legs are stretching as well, but this is something I want to adjust later on, okay? And this part here, it's easy, but there is something else I want to share with you guys later on when I'm doing this kind of stuff that is not that obvious, especially when it comes to the arms, the weapon, the elbow, and stuff like that, okay? Obviously here we're gonna go to the top view as well. We're gonna start to take a look what is going on here. Yeah, see here, for example, there is a little bit of things that I wanna adjust here as well. Yeah, look at here what's happening, right? So we wanna make sure these things is done properly. Yeah, even here, look like it's very sharp, and so I don't want that. So also maybe I wanna reduce a little bit more here, okay? Obviously, if there is a moment where I cannot make in both cases perfect, at some point I will favor what I have from camera if I'm working for a cinematic or something like that. If this is what's gameplay animation, obviously I will need to focus more on the perspective view. All right, so just to be clear here of what is going on. Now you see the issue that, for example, that now guys, you can see the issue that I need to track now the arc from the head, and as you can see also we have the same problem here. So I will assume for a moment that the spine is being posed correctly, or else I'm gonna adjust the spine pose first. But if is that the case, I wanna just go ahead and use the root to adjust it, okay? And here again, I wanna see what's going on from this side here, okay? I wanna kind of keep it, yeah, both nice and clean. Yeah, see here, I think I need to keep it. I wanna have this nice arc like this, all right? Yeah, and here I feel like it's kind of snapping a little bit too much, okay? So I wanna have a little bit of better easy in and acceleration here, right? Yeah, see now we are kind of clean up here as well. So the difficult part now, it's this section here. So we might want to do it here first. It might be a little bit easier. Okay, so first of all, I think this the part needs to be adjusted the most. So we can have a little bit of a sharp arc, but not too much. Okay. Obviously, another thing, guys, you see me doing this in step mode because I still want to focus a lot on the poses. So when we do this one, at some point, we always need to go back and make sure we didn't mess up our posing. That is something that it can always happen. Okay, yeah, you see here what's happening here, right? And again, I don't want to use translation on the COG because or else it will look like it will affect the COG trajectory that we did before, right? And I don't want that. That's why I'm using only a rotation as well. I think in these cases I will need to make a choice and favor this one overall here. And as you can see now, the way the body and the head rotate, they have a very, very nice arc, okay? Obviously, as we talk about it, we are aware of the timing issue, some of the other posing issue, but that's not what I wanted to focus today. So another things now we need to do is not enough just to track the COG and the head, but we also want to track the arms and the weapon, all right? And so one of the mistakes usually I used to do that is that I used to track the controller overall here, but in FK it doesn't work because this controller is get affected by this one here and by this one. So normally what I was doing is I was tracking this one and adjusting the trajectory with this one. But then when I go to polish, I noticed that this one maybe was shaking or doing some involuntary animation, right? And when I was going to clean it up, then it will affect again one more times the trajectory of this one because this one is affected by this one overall here. So now I think the best way to approach this is that first you track your elbow, okay? Right, so we go around here, here, here. Yeah, see here, for example, I wanted this to be more like here. Okay. And if that's the case, this one we're gonna lower it more down. Okay. Then if you want, at some point you can adjust the shoulder as well. Okay, this is gonna push it here. Yeah, see here it's getting stuck. Okay, so obviously we don't want that. Okay, I had a little bit of allocator, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to see what's going on in here. Okay, and also I'm gonna start to take a look in from other angle here. Okay, see here I'm having a nice arc in this direction, okay? Okay, this is the only part where it's gonna be very difficult because I think it's affected by translation. So this one I think is the only part where we can ignore at the moment. Okay. Here again, almost very, very clean here. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna track the arm, okay? And if we did the elbow properly, the hand more or less shouldn't be giving us too much trouble, okay? Should be quite straightforward. Okay, so see here, maybe we can adjust it a little bit more up here, but this time I'm gonna use the elbow controller because again, if I use this one here, it's gonna affect the elbow again anyway, okay? Okay. See, now we can really refine the arc and make it look good. Now, obviously, at the end, we're gonna do the same with the weapon, and I put a locator here at the end of it, bake the simulation here, bake the keys, and I'm gonna do the same with the hand of rotation, right? But because it's gonna be very complicated arc here, so I think I'm gonna just track half first, and then I'll do the other half, okay? So here I wanna make a nice arc in here, and here I wanna adjust it. Very important things for the weapon might be more important to the arc that looks nice again in perspective. This is because you might have some motion blur, right? And motion blur needs to have actual practical real uh, space motion. Okay, so you cannot cheat too much. You can still cheat a little bit, but not too much. Okay. So it's very important, like exactly we go here and we try to avoid stuff like this and understand what's going on. But here you see it's very, very nice and clean, even though they look very sharp because then of course we should adjust the position of the hand here as well. But again, today I want to just focus on the arc and what you need to do and make sure it looks really, really good from every angle, as much as possible at least, okay? Then there is always some kind of cheating that you can do to make it look like correct, okay? So it started to have some sense here. See, it does this first swipe here, and then again maybe here needs to be a little bit more advanced. Yeah, we do it here, we do it here. Okay, try to also to make the silhouette very visible. Okay. So there is a mistake here because this one's supposed to be like this. And again, I want to start again to take a look. Something like this. Again, doesn't have to be super perfect. At least for now, you can always tweak it later. Okay. All right, so see, we are making it nice and clean here. So now what I'm gonna do is to do the same for the foot, all right? And so first of all, when you do this kind of movement, I wanna animate a little bit this controller here as well. Okay. Okay, I wanna see very quickly what is going on here. Maybe I wanna push it a little bit more. Okay. I wanna open up the arc here. Yeah, maybe for a style effect, I wanna try to have the foot straight. Okay. Oops, and look like here that there is a problem. Okay, I didn't realize it. I want to make a nice arc, clean arc in here. Okay. Okay. Oh no, my bad, my bad. I made an unnecessary key. My bad in here. So maybe here we need to see if we can push, yeah, push it like this. Normally I don't want to have it like this into the center. So I'd rather have this one here favoring the previous side and then this one kind of here, okay? And here I think it's way too much. Okay. Okay, so now you can see that the arc and everything else flow really, really well. Again, guys, I want to repeat, normally when I do this one with my students, because I have a full hour, there are other fixes I would have wanted to fix prior of the arc, obviously like poses and timing and stuff like that. But because this one I just wanted to focus mostly on the arc and how to fix it efficiently and make sure everything reads very well. Because when you do a shot like martial art and stuff like that, arc it's very, very important. Together with poses, timing, I think arc is the next things that you really need to make it perfect as much as possible, or else things will just look very messy and very, very ugly. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys, and see you next time. Ciao.